Hey YouTubers, it's that Van guy again. Welcome back to the channel for another weekly video. Today we're going to be checking out stuff I got for the week, my store finds and mail deliveries, along with some of the stuff that I received at the monthly Diecast Local Buy Sell Trade Meet. Some of these deals were made in advance and then they just show up at the meet to do the actual physical swap. And I have a whole bunch this month from the Buy Sell Trade Local Diecast Meet. So I'm kind of going to split it into two halves. This will be part A, and then later in the week, on Wednesday or so, I'll have part B. So let's get into it. First item that I'm going to show you is the only one that we're not going to open in today's video. That's this Legends Tour Zamac Dairy Delivery. This is only available at the Legends Tour, and there's a list on the internet of where the Hot Wheels tour will be stopping in different cities. The way that you're able to acquire this, it's only available in person at the Legends events. I wasn't able to make it down to one, but one of the local guys in my club was there and was able to get one, and we negotiated a deal, and I paid a little bit of a markup on this one, but I was able to get one, which unfortunately you're not going to be able to find one unless you do pay a markup, unless you get it yourself in person. In order to get it yourself in person, you need to spend $20 at the Walmart, because this Legends Tour is only stopping at Walmart Supercenters, I believe. You have to spend $20 in the store on Hot Wheels or other assorted items that are Legend Tour sponsors in Walmart that day. Then you have to show your receipt, and then you get one spin on a wheel, like a Wheel of Fortune type wheel with a number on it, and then if you get the right number when you spin the wheel, then you get one of these. So even if you spent $20 in store at Walmart on the day of the Legends Tour and you had your receipt, you could spin the wheel and still just get like a mainline or a Larry Wood series mainline or something. So you're not really guaranteed to get one. So even if you spend the money, the gas money to drive down to the Legends event and pay the 20 bucks in store, you're still not really guaranteed one of these. So, maybe at the end of the year, if they have some left over, they'll go up for sale on HotWheelsCollectors.com or something like that on the website. But I think the only other place you'll be able to find it is eBay, and they're going for $50 to $80 right now. So we're going to be opening this, because as you know, I'm a loose collector, but we're going to save it for a Free the Piece Friday. So this is the only one we're not going to open in today's video. The rest we're going to crack. First thing that we're going to go through is some stuff I got from eBay. We'll just shoot through all this loose stuff, and then we'll open up the carded stuff in the back. Okay, here's the first item that we're going to check out that I got from eBay this week. This is a Matchbox Super Van 2 casting that I collect, a pretty cool little race van. And they've made quite a few of these, but some of them are harder to get a hold of because these Matchbox were more frequently sold in the UK. So not all the versions, I don't think, made them over to the US, or they just weren't as common over here. This is one of the most common ones as far as the paint scheme goes, but it's a white with blue colored paint scheme. This is actually the white with black, and the white with black is a little less common. So I didn't have one of these in white and black. I do have the white and blue version, and this one is in pretty nice shape. It's got a couple small little chips, but for the most part it's pretty close to mint or in really good shape. So I was able to score one of these, and I got it for a pretty good deal actually, because I've been shopping around for these on eBay for a while, and finally pulled the trigger on this one. So that's really cool. Glad to add that to the collection. Next up, we got some really cool, actually, let me show you the bottom if you're interested in what the bottom looks like. It's just so you can see. It's got a plastic bottom, and you can see it says Ford Super Van 2 Matchbox. made in Macau. Next up, we got one that's got some really interesting bottoms. This one, a couple that have interesting bottoms. These are a pair of Hot Wheels Scorchers. Now, I just recently was introduced to these Hot Wheels Scorchers by a fellow YouTuber, WTTF, I believe, or WTTFOR. He did a video on all his Scorchers, and in the video it showed that there was a couple of van castings in the Scorcher line. So I looked on eBay and I was able to find one seller actually selling a pair of these in pretty nice shape. Now this is like a pullback Hot Wheels car. You can see the base has a very distinct or weird looking base underneath. This big circle is where the metal coil is inside, and that's what winds these rubber wheels. So the rear wheels are rubber. You can see it's an older car. It's probably from the 70s or 80s. So the rubber on the wheels is a little bit dry rotted and cracked. But I'm not going to be racing these much. It's just for display. But paint scheme wise, I think the paint scheme is in really nice shape. It's only got very minor chips or scratches or playwear. For the most part, it's in really good shape. And I could be wrong because I'm not that familiar with these or educated on these, but I believe they're both named Vandemonium is the name of the casting for this van. I think it's supposed to be like kind of like a Dodge Caravan, but not 100% sure. It could be it's probably a fantasy van modeled after a Dodge Caravan. So it's got some sunroof, moonroof, porthole windows. Pretty cool. And when you wind it up, then the wheels spin. So you just pull it back and then let it go. So that one is really neat and interesting. Here's another Scorchers. Let's see if we can get this one right, where we got the Hot Wheels Scorchers. 1978 is the production or copyright, not necessarily the year that was made. But you can see this one says Vandemonium on the graphics. And this one also is in pretty decent shape. Couple small chips. But the tampo design is in very nice shape. It's all there, not scratched off or worn off. So another Scorchers van added to my collection. This is another one I found on eBay. Like I said, I got both of these from the same seller, shipped together, and they were fairly cheap, so I got a good deal on those. Next up, I believe these two are ones that I got at the monthly Diecast Meet. I think I got this one from a guy named Travis in the club. This is a super van, and this is a Kellogg's mail-in. I think you saved some proof of purchases from Kellogg's cereals and sent it in and got this van, or the van was actually included in the box of cereal. I'm not sure which. I think it was a mail-in. But it's a little bit rough shape, the grill and stuff. I think the grill might have been painted. I don't think it was black originally, but I could be wrong. But I'm planning on making a couple of customs, and I was looking for the blue windshield. And this is for the super van. And this is one of the castings or one of the releases that had for the original super van that had the blue windshield. So this one might end up being turned into a custom, and I might be reusing that interior and windshield if I could clean it up and polish it up. Let's take a look at the base. Chrome base, chrome plastic base. The next one I received is this Tall Rider. I believe it's made by Matchbox. It's another fantasy van casting on a 4x4 chassis. I'm not exactly sure if it's like a Ford Aerostar or what type of minivan it's supposed to be, but or maybe it's not supposed to be a direct replica. It's just kind of a fantasy casting inspired by a minivan, but it's on a 4x4 chassis. For the most part, the paint scheme is in really nice shape, and I have a few of these Tall Riders. There's a chrome one and a couple other colors and he was selling it for dirt cheap, so I was able to pick it up. And we'll get a little shot of the base. This is a Hot Wheels, actually. I'm sorry, I thought it said it was a Matchbox. But it doesn't give you a whole lot of info, just Mattel. 1985 maybe, Malaysia. Because it's got all that 4x4 chassis stuff, there's not a whole lot of room for the name of the casting. But it is a Hot Wheels, so Tall Rider. Next up, I got a few from my friend Dan Winchell. He is a fellow YouTuber. He's into Range Rovers, so if you're into Range Rovers or Land Rovers, his channel is the one to check out. If I can get a link to his YouTube channel, I'll try to include it in the description down below of this video, so you can check him out if you're into Land Rovers or Land Cruisers. This is just a couple random ones that he found for me and gave to me at the meet. This is Dodge Magnum. I'm not exactly sure what company made it, because it's definitely a cheaper line. You can just tell by the weight of it, how it's mostly plastic, and the wheels are kind of a cheaper style wheel, or just, you know, chintzy and lightweight. A little bit of a cheesier wheel, but still kind of cool. As you can see, it doesn't really give you much on the bottom. It just says made in China, and it's just a hollowed out plastic base. I don't really think there's a whole lot in there for interior either. You can always tell it's a cheaper car when you can kind of look through the wheel wells and see air through there. But this is probably like a Maisto or something, or a Motor Max or something, some really cheap 5-pack. So, one I haven't seen before, kind of cool, something I can add to my Dodge Magnum collection. Here's one that I didn't have. This is one I've never heard of. This is a Norev. I think that's the brand name, Norev. Or Norev. Might be, it says Les Miniatures de Norev, so it might be like a French release. But it's a Peugeot 807. So it's like a Peugeot minivan, and it's got a Michelin tires livery on it. And these are all, I think, just like flea market finds or rummage sale finds that he found for me, and he just, you know, roped them to me, just random act of kindness, gave them to me for free, which is cool. I'm not sure if the tailgate opens on this. I thought there was one that the tailgate opens. No, I don't think this one does, but it does have a little trailer hitch on the back. It looks like it might be missing a piece of glass, unless that's just the way it came. Pretty interesting little Peugeot minivan. Definitely didn't have one of these, so this is my first one of this casting. And then he found another cute little van, but again, not much info, just made in China on the bottom. So don't know who made it or where it came from. Again, another flea market or rummage sale find, obviously in played with condition, with Army livery in Army green. Not sure what scale this one is, but it's definitely smaller than your average Hot Wheel. So that's it for the loose stuff. Now we can go on to the carded stuff. So I'll just give you a quick shot of some of this carded stuff, and then we'll tear into all of it. A couple of these I got from my friend Richard Schwab. Did a trade with him for this Hot Wheels Classics GMC motorhome. This is the red color. I believe there's 4 different colors. There's a blue, a black, a red, and a pink. But they all are this metallic color paint. So some of them, sometimes they're kind of hard to tell what color it actually is. It just depends on how the light hits it and the background lighting. Sometimes it changes the color slightly in the photos. So these are kind of a pain to collect to make sure you're buying the right one, because the colors are so similar. But this, I believe this is the last one I needed for my GMC motorhome collection. So I should be able to do a casting spotlight for you guys on this Hot Wheels casting in the very near future, once I get all my information together. So we're going to be opening that. He also found one of these white cool combis for me. I opened one white cool combi already, but the paint on it wasn't the greatest. It just wasn't a quality version from the factory, so we're going to open that one too. And then I got some Walmart exclusive, thanks to my friend Boomy Yang in our, I think it's Yang or Vang, I'm not sure. I think it might be Vang, Boomy Vang. He got these for me. These are Walmart exclusives. These are the brand new M2 Dodge A100 casting. And these are, it's going to be a full set of vans, all Dodge vans. And that's going to be a Walmart exclusive. It's taking a while to hit the Walmarts in my area. And he lives like 2 hours north of me. And he was able to find a few at one of the Walmarts he visited. So he picked up a few. Now, he probably could have picked me up the full set. But at the moment, I was a little bit short on cash. And I just thought, well, these are the three that I really want. There weren't any chases. So I'm like, just pick up these three for me for now. The other three, if I decide to pick them up from the set, I can pick them up at my leisure once they actually start hitting our stores. So just give you a shot of them in the packaging, and then we'll open those up and take a closer look when they're not in the packaging, so you can get a good look at them. But I just figured I'd show you the packaging first. And then we'll tear into them in a minute. And we'll start cracking into some of this stuff. Crack open this white cool combi. This one is, it looked like the paint scheme was in better shape than the other one that I had opened. The red stripe wasn't so scratched up or broken up on it. It looked like this is a little bit better version. The tampo is just a little bit more clear and intact. So glad to have an extra one of those, and he grabbed a couple for me, so if anybody else needs one, I got an extra. So that's the cool combi, most recent release. Now we got this Hot Wheels Classics GMC motorhome, and this is the red version, red metallic. All these Hot Wheels Classics versions are a metallic color, metallic paint, like a Spectre Flame type paint. Just plastic wheels though. There's another one that's a pink color, which is a little bit lighter. So that's another one to look out for. But just this red one. Give you a little shot of the base. This one's got a metal base. GMC motorhome. So glad to finally check this one off the list. That's one finishing out my GMC motorhome collection. Next up, we're going to open up one of these, a couple of these M2s. Just let me pause the video for a second and I get them all out of the packaging. Okay, I got these out of the packaging, out of the acrylic case anyway. So you don't get as much glare. I just left this one on the package so you could see the part number on there and how it's listed, what year is on the base. This one will be coming off the base. This is Chrysler Corporation Technical Training. I thought originally it was like a parts van, but it might be like a company vehicle almost, because it says Technical Training Mobile Unit. 1964 Dodge A100 panel van. There's a total of 6 vans, 6 different versions, not including the chases. And these are the 3 that I wanted the most, or the ones that I thought were the coolest. I'll just pull it off the base now. Just wanted to give you a shot of it on the base so you could see how it looks inside the packaging and the information on the base, the year and such. Here it is without the base, just a stock stance Dodge A100 van. You could tell the Fords and the vans apart by the headlights on the front and the grille is what's most distinctive about the Dodge vans. Taillights are very similar between the Ford and the Dodge in this around this year or this time frame, but the Dodge headlights have like a big chrome circular bezel around them, so they have really big looking large headlights on the front because it's got the big chrome bezels around the headlights in front. So that's the Chrysler Corporation van. Next up we got this really cool one. This is like a lowered hot rod stance, and this is black with red flames and some purple trim, red and purple flames. Really cool version. I think the black might have a little bit of a metal flake in it. The only thing I don't like about it is the gold wheels. I kind of wish the wheels were more of a chrome. This is also listed as a 1964. And it's got 1964 on the license plate for the rear bumper. So this is a very cool version, black metallic with red and purple flames. Really awesome version. As you guys know, I do collect a lot of M2 vans, but I don't buy every single one. I usually tend to stick to only like the lowered stance vans or the hot rod vans. I think I'll probably end up buying the whole set for this first Walmart release because it is the first release of this new casting. But going forward, I'll probably only grab the ones that really jump out at me. The hot rod style ones or the performance brand ones. I usually don't buy the stock window van looking ones or the real plain ones. But this one is a really awesome one, really cool. And this is probably my favorite in the whole set, minus the chase versions. There is going to be a chase version, a raw of this, so it would just be raw metal with the same exact livery or paint scheme on it. But this is the lime green Scat Pack van with the lowered stance. And this one has chrome wheels on it, which I much prefer over the gold looking wheels. Same rim style as the previous van, just this is more of a chrome. So very cool. These should be hitting your local Walmarts. This is a Walmart exclusive set, so you only find these at Walmart. But hopefully they'll be finding their way to your local Walmart store. And just give you a little shot of the base. 1964 Dodge A100 van. FCA US LLC 2019. Made in China. So it's got some skinny wheels though. Kind of wish they had some fatter meats on it. Well, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And also check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy. I'm also on Instagram. I'm that_diecast_van_guy on Instagram. So check me out there. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day.